Greetings, people. This is Keith the Modesto doing my Let's Play Minecraft series using the Forge mod loader and the Direwolf 20 mod pack. The last episode, I was trying to make an Ethereal Bloom, which is a magical flower from Thaumcraft. Here is the entry: Ethereal Bloom, purifying flower. You make the Ethereal Bloom in a crucible. First you put in whatever it takes to get these aspects in your cauldron, and then you throw in a shimmer leaf, a flower which grows around silverwood trees, right? And you get out of that an Ethereal Bloom, and Ethereal Blooms are good for reversing blight. Blight is when you get taint and it starts changing a biome, the land, into a taint biome. So it's called blight and it can spread. And these Ethereal Blooms, you plant them in such an area and it actually reverses the blight. So it turns it back into some kind of regular, I don't know if it turns into whatever the biome was before it converted over to a taint biome, or it just turns it into something. But something nice, you know, a normal biome. Also, it can also reverse, I read this, it doesn't say it here, but I read it on a forum post, that it can reverse eerie biomes. And you get an eerie biome when, and I have a little bit of eerie biome around me here, because you can get an eerie biome when you have an eerie node. Nodes are of different types. You can have pale nodes and pure nodes, and anyway, so one type of, and this is separate from, you know, what kind of aspect they have on them. But anyway, so one type of node is an eerie node, and besides turning the area around it into an eerie biome, it also causes wisps and a certain type of zombie. What's it called? Actually, I suppose I could look this up. There's this like super zombie. Oh, I probably don't have, it probably's not going to tell me this here. Yeah. Anyway, there is a particular type of zombie. An angry zombie? Maybe it's an angry zombie. What? I should look, I don't know about that. What is a loyal zombie? Essence of loyal zombie. Well, anyway. Anyway, they're bad. And also, eerie biomes don't look as nice as normal biomes. So I wanted to get rid of this. Well, I already got rid of the eerie nodes. I didn't realize what they did. I didn't really realize what they were and what they did. But I noticed that I was getting this was turning into an eerie biome around here. And I thought it had something to do with some netherwort that I planted over here. I had netherwort planted here, and I thought it was doing it, but I looked it up and found it was the eerie nodes. But anyway, any case, so in the last episode, I was trying to make an Ethereal Bloom, and it wasn't working. I was having problems. Now, in between episodes, I worked on it, and I did succeed in making an Ethereal Bloom, and it has actually already purified a lot of this area. So, but I'm gonna make it another one, and to show what the problem I was having. Ugh, this is so annoying. There we go. Anyway, I made a turtle and I surrounded the area under it, except for right here, anyway, right in the very front. But I put some clear glass covers. Clear glass, I cut, you know, I used the saw to make clear glass covers, anyway, so that to make sure that whatever the turtle dropped would go straight down into the cauldron. Anyway, so I wrote a little program called Drop Stuff. Did I get an extra space in there? That looks odd. And this just has a little for loop that goes through all the slots over here, and does a turtle drop down, and after it's done, everything's dropped in. Anyway, so I did that, you know, with the items I needed to get all the essences I needed, all the aspects into the cauldron to make this Ethereal Bloom, right? And that still didn't work. What would happen is, you know, I get everything in there, and then I throw in the shimmer leaf, and instead of an Ethereal Bloom popping out, it would just also, the shimmer leaf would also get reduced to aspects in the cauldron. I just have a cauldron full of all kinds of aspects. And I'm not sure why that happens, but I think it might be because the items I was throwing into the cauldron to get the aspects I needed had, additional aspects as well. Because let's see, if some alchemical recipes like for Nitor are really simple, just 3 Ignis, 3 Lux, and 3 Entropy. I think it's 3 of each. Anyway, and torches are a good source of the Ignis and the Lux. And anyway, so I think you can pretty much get just the aspects you need in that kind of recipe. But with this recipe, it's kind of hard just to get those aspects in there if you're throwing in, like I can get just the herba and the precontagio from putting in a netherwort, because netherwort has 1 of each. Sano though, I've only found 3 things that have Sano. That's a bucket of milk, a flask of milk or phial of milk, and a golden apple, or a potion of healing. Excuse me. There might be other items from other mods that have healing effects that would also, if they've been integrated into Thaumcraft, that also might have that aspect. But all those items, in addition to having Sano, have a lot of other aspects, and the same is true with. Whoops, what am I doing? The taint. I still have some of this stuff in here. So that has a little of, I don't know, there's that Gillum, and this has lucre and fames or famus. I'm not famus probably. Anyway, the hunger and the greed. Well, anyway, so I think maybe what was happening is, if there's a whole bunch of aspects, all crazy different amounts of different aspects that actually aren't part of the recipe you're trying to do, that the cauldron, the code behind the scenes gets confused and it doesn't know what to do. It just doesn't work. So how then? Oh, and I should mention one more thing. I tested this with Nitor. I made some Nitor. I put it over here. I made 5 Nitor to test this thing to make sure it was working, and it was working. I could drop the items that you need to make Nitor. You need some Ignis and some Lux and some Potentia, so I throw in some torches and something else, I forget what. But and then after you put those things in, then you throw in 1 piece of glowstone dust. The glowstone is the catalyst. You put that in last, and then out pops the Nitor. I thought, well, I'll have the turtle drop everything. I'll just make sure that the glowstone is last. And I even put in a little bit of code. See, I have a little bit of sleep here at the end of each loop, just to make sure that the cauldron has enough time to absorb each pile of items that is being dropped from each slot. But that's just a tenth of a second, so it's still really quick. So I put, like I said, well, let's put the catalyst, like the glowstone, in the 16th slot, and then when the for loop is gonna do the 16th, when it selects the 16th slot, I'll have it sleep for like 2 seconds and then drop that in at the very end, right? I thought that would be rather clever, but that doesn't work. When I did that, I wouldn't get Nitor. I would just have a cauldron full of all these aspects, plus the aspects on glowstone. Then I did it again, only I didn't drop. I had the turtle put in everything but not the glowstone, and I put the glowstone in and it worked. So I think maybe Thaumcrafts have some code that it can tell whether or not the player actually threw in the final ingredient, the catalyst. I'm guessing that might be the case, because having the turtle do just the final little piece, the catalyst, doesn't work. It can put in everything else, but not the final ingredient. Oops. So I thought I'd mention that in case anyone tries to do this. So the turtle works, but not for making, at least not for Ethereal Bloom. It's too complicated. But there is a way to do it. I did a little search on YouTube for people making an Ethereal Bloom to see how they did it, to help me to figure out what I was doing wrong. Why isn't this working? And one person did it I watched one video and the person did it. What he did is, instead of throwing in items that have the aspects, like throwing in some gold to get some metallum and some the metal and the greed aspects, or throwing in some charcoal to get the potentia and the ignis. That's right. Coal has potentia and ignis, and torches just have lux. Yeah, so it's really easy just to get the aspects you want for Nitor. Anyway, so instead of throwing those items in directly, he distilled the aspects out inside of the chemical furnace in the Olympics and threw in flasks of essentia, right? So what he did is he threw in 2 flasks of herba, 2 flasks of precantatio, because each flask has 8 units of essence, and then I guess 2 flasks of sano and 1 flask of vidium. Actually, in his version, he must have had a slightly earlier version of Thaumcraft, because the numbers were different. It was 8 for all of them instead of 16, 16, and 8. Anyway, and that works. I did that, and that's how I got the Ethereal Bloom down there. So we're going to do that again because... Oh, I put them over here. Because I want to plant another one. So I just want to show this working. So I'm going to grab... First off, I already have some precantatio in here and some herba in here. So we're just going to grab them out of the jars. So I should have 16 of each. Right? Now I need 16 of the sano. Okay, and I've got, in my inventory, I've got 3 potions of instant health 2. Each one of those has 6 sano in it. Actually, I'm going to get some more precantatio from that. So anyway. So since I need 16, I got to put in 3 of them. So I'll get 18 altogether, right? So I'm going to, I guess I could actually put them in. I guess, do these stack? No. Anyway, so I have to do them one at a time. So that is going to give me that stuff. Okay, and then I'm going to put in another one. So, and you might notice I have some pipes on here. That's because I would get, you can use the are these called flasks? Glass files. You can use the glass files to get, the aspects out of the Olympics, but only when it's a multiple of 8. If it's some other number, then you can't do that. But you can just put a jar there with the pipe, and then it'll drain out. So that's the reason for doing that. And I put another Olympic up there, so there's 4 now. Okay, so there we've got 18. See, now I have 2, and I can't. If you right-click on that, it doesn't come out. It has to be a multiple of 8 for the file to work. And I've only got 3 that, but I've got 12 of those. So, oh, that's right. So I've got extra of that. So, but I've got some jars in here. So I have precantatio, so I can get that out. Not that I really need to do this right now, but I guess I'll just show this. So that's the pipe that's connected to that Olympic. So if I shift and right-click right there, I can put the jar right there, and it connects to the pipe right there. And you can see it just drained out the aspects there. So that's in there, and I can put this away. Anyway, so I'll do the same thing to get the rest of it out, except for I need to also get some vitium or taint. So what was that? Water. Where's the water? Where's my water? I know, here we go. So I'll put the water right here, and that'll get the water out. Okay. And do I have another jar? An empty jar, I mean. I have an empty jar. We're gonna get this sano out. Was it this one? I guess you don't have to shift. Okay, that's good. Okay. Because I also need to get out, I need 8 of the excuse me, I need 8 of the vitium. So I've got 2 there. What I guess I need to have 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's fast. I lost 1 already. That was fast. There we go. Okay. They disintegrate if they're in your. I'm not getting as much as I thought I'd get there. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I need another file. There we go. And I'll get rid of the rest of that stuff later. Okay, so we should have everything we need. We got 16 Sano, and 16 Percontatio, 16 Herba, and 8 Vitium. Okay, so I'm going to come up, actually I'm going to use the turtle. So I put all these things in. 16 Sano, 16 Percontatio, 16 Herba, and 16 Vitium, and I keep the shimmer leaf on my hotbar. And we'll double check that that recipe is correct. 16 Herba, 16 Percontatio, 16 Sano, and 8 Vitium. Sometimes when you right click that happens. Oh, I need to exit out of this. Okay. 16 okay, so I'm gonna get right here, so I'm all ready. I'm gonna get this in my bar, and I just go, I guess I can't do that, can I? Drop stuff. And I hit that. And I go there. There! And that was really fast, but you see I now have an Ethereal Bloom in my hand. So that worked. And I still got one in there. There are no extra aspects in there because I put in just the amount I needed. That did destroy the files. Interesting, I didn't show this, but I've scanned. Have I scanned this? I haven't scanned. Oh no, you can't scan them. With the, I think I tried and it doesn't work. If I use my thermometer, you can't learn anything from that. So, but you just get the aspect that's in the file. Anyway, so I got my Ethereal Bloom, so let's go ahead and put this down. We'll see that right here, this area right here is still the Erie biome. There we go, still Erie. So I'm gonna, whoops. So I'm gonna put this right here, and it takes a little while to work, but you'll see it bloom, kind of grow. That's a really nice animation. So that's kind of pretty. So now I have two, and I guess I'm gonna have to make another one and put it. They have a certain range, which is I think maybe 8 blocks, something like this. So this one is about done what it's gonna do. I don't know if it's permanent. You know, like if I pick it up and put it somewhere else, will this turn back into an Erie biome? I would hope not, since I don't think I have any more Erie nodes up there. But I'm gonna leave it there for now. You know, I'm guessing you probably have to use a pair of shears, or you should use a pair of shears to pick this up. But I'll either try moving it, or I'll make another one and put it in there. And I guess I need to use one like over here a little bit. Oh, and maybe right over here too. I actually could put, like, just put a piece of dirt right there and plant one right there in the middle. It's gonna take a little while to get rid of all that stuff. So there's a little discovery for you that you might find helpful if you're having the same problem I had. Now, let's see how much time do I have left to start another thing. I'm probably, yeah, I don't have very much time. But I think we'll see. I want to set up a system for automatically transferring aspects from the Olympics to the warded jars. There is, of course you can use golems to do that, but you know, I've seen people have problems with golems, with their like pathfinding algorithms don't work very well sometimes. So it is possible just to use pipes, although it's complicated. It could be complicated. I haven't tried to do this before, but I know some things about the way pipes work changed in the most recent version. Because I think Direwolf 20 used to use pipes all the time, but now, or Direwolf used to use pipes, but now he uses just golems because the pipes were too weird to use. But I want to try to use them anyway, and that is going to take some doing. But I think before starting that, I want to do something else, and I'm just gonna get the thing. I don't know where it is. I'm sure I have one though. There, the division sigil. It is inactive. Sneak right click on an enchanting table for more details. Let us go sneak right, we can sneak right click on an enchanting table right now. Okay, altar does not have a redstone circle. Altar cannot see the moon. area lacks sufficient natural earth. Altar must not be lit by outside sources, and too early sacrifice must be made at midnight. Anyway, so to use, let's see, this division sigil allows you to make unstable ingots, and unstable ingots are a crucial ingredient in a number of cool items, including the builder's wand, which I already have because I found it in a chest as loot somewhere. But also when you do, well, so before you can use the division sigil to make unstable ingots, you have to activate it. Right now, it's when you first find it, you can only get division sigils as loot or as drops, and I think I got it as loot in something. There's no recipe for them, but you have to activate it, and there's a ritual for it, which is what this is about. I actually don't remember what the redstone circle is about. I guess probably it's just normal redstone. There's the redstone, what are they called? The things from Ars Magica, but of course this is extra utilities, not Ars Magica, so it has to be, I'm guessing it's just redstone all around. I'll have to check on that. But you have to, it has to be outside so it can see, it has to be able to see the sky. It has to be in it has to have earth around it. Dirt. So it's outside, not in your house. And it has to be dark, it has to be midnight, and you have to kill something. Anything, like a pig or a cow or a chicken or a villager. I will probably pick a cow. And then all the surrounding dirt around it turns into cursed earth. I think that's what it's called. And actually, that is really what I'm looking for right now, is cursed earth. Because cursed earth spawns mobs as long as it's lit, as long as it's dark enough. I mean, it doesn't have to be real dark, but it can't be brightly lit. And then and it spawns mobs, a lot of them, really quickly. So I want to use the cursed earth to make a mob spawner. To get the drops from the mobs, because there'll be all kinds of different mobs, and to get the mob essence from them anyway, and something else too. I want to use the mobs for something else. I will keep that as a surprise, though, for later. But the first thing to do is to activate the division sigil and get the cursed earth and an activated sigil. So that is going to be the next episode. I'm going to do that. I will get everything all set up. I will make another enchanting table, and I will find a suitable spot and get all ready. And in the beginning, and I'll have some kind of sheep or cow or something and a golden lasso all ready to go. And in the beginning of the next episode, it'll be near midnight, and we'll be ready to do this thing. All right. So this has been Keith Modesto playing Modern Minecraft with the Darewolf 20 mod pack. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.